120 government contracts were breached within a year. Government has breached 120 contracts under the Ministry of Physics, Infrastructure and Transport within a year. The Ministry of Health Secretary Kesha Kumar Sharma revealed that the Ministry of Physics has analyzed 586 hospital contracts and identified 120 as broken, with over half of them being from patient contracts. Moreover, he mentioned that the approach of finding 151 patients is being advanced in order to address the issue at hand. He mentioned that additional research is being conducted to determine the correct outcome of the remaining patient contracts. He stated at a ministry press conference on Friday that the government is not breaking contracts, and that they have broken 120 contracts this year.
As the leader of this movement, I am willing to go back home if necessary. Vander Gao Homing is willing to rejoin the movement if required, according to Wayne of Gautam, the leader of the National Socialist Unity Party NCP in Kathmandu. Gautam, in his unity with the United Socialists on Friday, stated that he was willing to protest again as a leader of the movement. As a leader of the movement, I am humbled to say that my movement has only succeeded in its initial stages. The Nepali people are now the owners. He stated, the reactionaries have made many hateful moves, but we can no longer do anything wrong. We now have the ability to defeat them.
Real Ring It. A question to the party leader through the story of foreign employment. Kathmandu. A trailer has been released for the film Real Ring It, which is based on the heartwarming story of foreign employment. The trailer also presents footage and stories of terrorists being detained while operating in the Gulf countries. Following the trailer's release, Viver Pokhareli referred to the movie as a story of every Nepali. He stated that the film would close the gap between reality and the life of young Nepalese women who work abroad, symbolically also the film's name. The Rial is the currency of Qatar and Saudi Arabia, while the Ringgit is Malaysian currency. The film's cast and crew includes Chhattisgarh Doma Gurung, Ravindra Khadka, Dhruva Korala, Prem Sabur, Ramchandra Oki, Ria Rai, Roshan Shesta, the famous Bollywood actress Aishwarya Baral, and Vimler Giri, star Neeta Dangar, featuring action from Roshan Shester, cinematography by Hari Gale, editing by Vipin Mal, background score by Karan Chiladar, and dance by Rajendra Summer. The film was written by Pradeep Bharadwaj and screenplay is Indian. Rajasthan, Nepal, Chitwan, Kathmandu and Lethang were all used for filming. The film will be distributed by Cafier Films. Real Ring It song will be released on 16th September.
7 million students were impacted by the shutdown of schools for free education, with most closing down due to school closures. Students from Viswaniketan Secondary School in Tripureshwar, who went to school as usual on Friday morning, did not attend the class. The closure was reported to have affected schools across the country, with most of them being closed down, while some were open in places where the closure did not affect others. The majority of students led by the NECPLET or Revolutionary in a one-day academic strike, leading to their return home. The Bible is taught to be free, as the Bible itself is. During an interview with Virendra Sahu, the head of the All Revolutionary Party, he explained that there was a one-day educational strike happening nationwide to demand free up to secondary education. Education up to secondary level is free, as per the Constitution, but the Prime Minister and the Minister of Education are urging the private sector to speak out. President Shah noted that education has been commercialized and some have started to charge even in communities. The Education, Health and Information Technology Committee and the House of Representatives has authorized the establishment and management of private schools within the company, an educational cluster. Free education up to secondary level is the current definition of free education, as stated in both the Constitution and the Compulsory Free Education Act 2015. The study was conducted in the United States. According to President Sahu, 7 million students have been impacted by the strike in their ability to read. The Prime Minister and other ministers have shown their support for this phase of the strikes but withdrew from the hearing, forcing them to close down. NPAPS and President Sufas Norpain reported that the government has been unable to provide security and they have closed down due to pressures. Deepika Rimal, the Vice President of BAPSN, reported that schools have been closed down across the country. Lakshmi Kishore Suwedi, the President of the Teachers Federation, announced that community schools were closed. The parents asked that a child be requested to leave the home. Parents urged students not to interfere with their education right, as it is now the place where fear is closing down. Students have the right to study, according to Suprati Pandari, President of Parents Union. The parents assert that the alternative to school closures must be found. Since 2062/063, the parties have made a commitment to refrain from closing schools which they believe aligned with peace. The student movement is not hesitant to be more involved in the education of students, but Navy Union spokesperson Serge Sedgwill emphasized that it goes against their beliefs and actions by closing schools. The government has called for dialogue. It is not good to shut down. The message is no good. The sweetness of the world is referred to as the first.
13 individuals lost their lives in the accident that resulted in tragedy. Bajibad, Darjam, Simchat Village 1. Witnessed a tractor accident that resulted in 13 people being injured in Humma. A tractor accident involving a vehicle from Darjam in Simchat village resulted in 13 people being injured and one person suffering serious injuries, according to DSP Shankar Pokhriyal of Humala District Police Office. The 2001 and 0353 tractors of Karnataka with 15 passengers on board were found to be involved in a fatal accident near Darjam Bajibada, as reported by DSP Pokhriyal. "We are heading home to collect the herbs, but an accident occurs while we were walking," he said. The tractor was accessed by individuals from Kapanath Village 3 and Simchat Village 8 Sadha, as reported by DSP Pokhriyal.